Alola! Pokemon Masters, this is the Shining Ally, and real quick announcement. Right now, we have been uploading a lot of battle content through BattleSpot and live Wi-Fi battles and competitions lately. I know this content is going to be pretty much what we're able to do right now. However, I'm currently researching on how to bring further different content related to Pokemon and other gaming in the near future right now. But with the limited hardware that we have, this is the content that we're going to have. So bear with me, but I do hope you guys are enjoying it and learning a lot. And we're going to try something a little bit different, a little bit of a theme to allow a lot of veterans to see and comment how I'm doing, and rookies and new trainers to understand more, how battle is going to go about. So, voice cracked there for a bit. So we will go ahead, and I want to introduce to you a fire type team. So today we are going to go venture on BattleSpot once again, a 3 versus 3 battle, but this time we are bringing a team of fire types, so then we can showcase the power of fire Pokemon. So fire Pokemon, as you know, are really good against grass types, bug types, steel types, and ice types. I had to look at my cheat screen there, but fire types are weak to water, rock, and ground types. So we tried to build a team overall that would be able to help counteract the weaknesses of the attacks that are good against fire, and to help put up advantages on Pokemon that are weak to fire. So ultimately, this is just showcasing the power of fire types. Let's burn it up. So let's go ahead and start. Let's introduce the team. We have Flint Cole, the Mega Charizard X. So it's currently a flying fire type. Soon it'll Mega Evolve, holding the Charizard X crystal. The Charizard X. So then it would be able to Mega Evolve into the Mega Charizard, which is a Dragon Fire type, and has some Dragon type moves as well as Thunder Punch for coverage against water types. Then we were bringing a Magcargo, the sole and only typing of a Rock Fire type. So I've really been wanting to try this set out to see how it would work. Magcargo, I think, could be really good if used properly in the right circumstances. And then we have Infernape, the fighting fire type, a fire type monkey. And then we have Heatran, the lone steel fire type Pokemon, bear with me, that is going to be carrying our Firium Z to showcase that, given the opportunity. And we are once again bringing Alea the Chandelure and see how we're going to do against Pokemon with a Scarf Chandelure to increase our speed. And then a Volcarona, a bug fire type with Quiver Dance and Giga Drain, as well as some stab bug and fire type moves. So ultimately, I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to take a series where we're going to showcase different Pokemon types. And please comment down below what type you would like to see me do next. A lot of these are not recorded ahead of time, so I can quickly change if there's a demand for, say, dark types, or water types, or ice types, or normal types even. But without me talking your ear out any further, let's go ahead and get a couple battles in, maybe 3 if we're lucky, with this team. So we'll go ahead and turn up the volume. You know what? I'll be back. Apparently Heatran cannot be used on BattleSpot, so 1 second. Okay, now we are back. Alright, so that was my mistake. I had completely forgotten that legendaries are not allowed in the Road to Rank series due to their overpoweredness. So we went ahead and replaced Heatran with the infamous Talonflame, Gale Wings, holding the Firium Z, so we can still showcase that Fire-type Z crystal. So I was kind of hesitating on using Heatran initially, so I think Taylor would be an excellent addition to the team. And overall, I think we are now finally ready to go on BattleSpot to increase our ratings and showcase Fire-type Pokemon. So we'll go ahead, and our rating is 1479, still not the greatest from the previous battles, but let's see if we can increase it with this team typing. Few people can expect a mono-type team, but we'll see how we will fare today. Alright, so the game is searching for this. My goal ultimately is to showcase each and every one of these fire-type Pokemon. As we go through all the different typings, ultimately want to showcase each of them and what their strengths and weaknesses are through the items and the fire types, the fighting type moves that they may have, the abilities, etc. So we'll see how this goes. Taking a while to find our opponent again today. And here we go, we have someone from Japan, and we'll be facing with a 1493 rating, I believe. And my opponent is bringing a Charizard, a Tapu Lele, a Ferrothorn, a Landorus, a Thundurus, and a Hippowdon. Yep, a Hippowdon. So we can know for sure that our opponent will not bring the Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn is 4 times weak to Fire type due to being a Grass and Steel type, if you remember. We can definitely expect to see the Landorus, who will probably know a lot of Rock Slide and other type moves. So I think, to throw off our opponent, we will open up with the Magcargo. Because I already predict that he will open up with the Landorus. And then we will, let's see, let's bring the Volcarona in the back. He has an opportunity to sweep. I think in this case we may very well want to bring Charizard. Charizard or Chandelure? Okay. We'll save Charizard for later. We will go ahead and bring Chandelure. And then we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll open up with the Magcargo. Hoping that the strategy can work out. I'm predicting that he will open up with the Landorus. And if he does that, we can open up for a Shell Smash. This is a Shell Smashing Magcargo, who I affectionately named Maggie, the Magcargo. Now, Shell Smash is a move that will increase the speed, the special attack, and the attack stat of, we see our opponent opens up the Tapu Lele, of the Pokemon uses it, but it sacrifices defense. So, right now, I'm not sure what my opponent may want to do here. So we go ahead and open up the Air Balloon, and I am going to want to play it safe. There's nothing that really wants to come and switch out on this thing. But I'm going to go for the Shell Smash, as we predicted. This might be the wisest choice. He opens up with the Psychinian Z, wanting to one-shot whatever Pokemon move may have come out. So this Magcargo is going to go down, unfortunately. Maybe a good alternative would be carrying the Focus Sash, so we might change up the team for the next battle, but we'll see how this works out later on. So Magcargo will fall down, unfortunately, which will give us a clean switch into the Chandelure. Or the Volcarona. I think the Volcarona might be a better bet. Now, Volcarona is a very powerful bug type. It can learn Quiver Dance, which can boost its special attack, special defense, and speed. And that's what we're going to do, predicting the switch, or just for it not to be able to do any other move. We are especially bulky now that we got a Quiver Dance off. He has Psyshock, then we're in trouble. Psychic, I believe we can take that. But the Psychic Terrain does quite a bit to us. So, the most powerful move that we have right now is Bug Buzz. And I think that's the move that we want to go for right now. So we'll go for a Bug Buzz and see how much we can do against this Tapu Lele. I'm really surprised that my opponent opens up with a Tapu Lele. Probably with the Psychinian Z. So we'll get a Bug Buzz off. See how much this does at +1 or 2. Not enough to knock out. My opponent will go for the Psyshock. Will that be enough to knock out? And it is, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not faring too hot right now. Will I ever upload this? Yes. Because even with losses, I want to showcase what not to do in Pokemon. So I don't think my opponent had anything that would resist Ghost types, so our best bet is just go for Shadow Balls for the win. Okay, so I revealed that I'm Scarf. I'm able to outspeed a Tapu Lele. And down Tapu Lele will go. who will my opponent open up next? Hippowdon. That makes sense. I think my opponent has won this game because Hippowdon is a very bulky ground type Pokemon. We will do our best to at least try to hit it and live a move, but bulky Pokemon like Hippowdon may be able to live whatever we would do to it and then be able to knock us out with an Earthquake of sorts. But we'll give it a shot. Oh yeah. It goes for the yawn. My opponent is wanting to be a little annoying right now, I'd want to say. May very well go for the Earthquake, or might just switch out into a Pokemon that can be able to take a lot of hits. So let's see if how this will work for us. The special defense trap takes place, but Hippowdon has to bury the E to help it gain some of its HP. And it'll go for the Earthquake. That should knock us out. I think the yawn was just in case it wouldn't knock out, but I would be shocked if Alea would live an Earthquake from a Hippowdon. So, alright, so not the brightest opening moveset. Again, we will try again. And not faring well so well. Let the fire continue to burn, and let us try again. No, we will not save that battle. Okay. And no harm in trying again. Okay, we're at a 1464 rating. It's below the average, so we are not doing so hot. We might see how we can improve our rank overall on the road at Road to Ranked with this team. Play a little more carefully in case the Tapu Lele would want to come in. Unfortunately, with Battle Spot singles, we're going to see a lot of Tapu Leles, among other things, that'll want to be able to knock out any Pokemon. There's a set standard that people want to bring over and over. And we have someone from Texas. A 1376 rating, but that does not mean a thing for us. Alright. We have the Spirit Tomb in the back. Okomo-o. I think we'll open up with the Talonflame just to be safe. And I want to bring the Chandelure and the Charizard this time. Do I want to bring the Chandelure? No. I actually don't want to bring the Chandelure. We'll bring the Inferno. We'll bring the other three that we did not bring the last battle. Talonflame, Charizard, and Infernape. And we'll see how we do this time. My opponent very well might open up with the Araquanid, which is the water bug type, which does decent against most of my team. It has an ability that boosts its water type moves as well. So that's what we're opening up with the Talonflame, predicting that opening. Because Bird is good against Bug, for obvious reasons. Yep, he opens up with the Araquanid. And it's a shiny Araquanid. Black Spider. Black Spider. Okay. There's a few things that want to take a Brave Bird, so we're just going to up for a Brave Bird. Do as much damage as we can against this Araquanid. Okay, we're at max attack. Eevee and Ivies. And the Araquanid will go down to the Brave Bird, so good choice so far. We're off to a solid start. Alright, what will our opponent bring next? Had we not brought the Talonflame, I think we would have struggled against this team, because the Araquanid can do works against much of the team. And that is why I wanted to bring the Chandelure, because of I want us to showcase the Fire type Z move Do I now? We'll go for the Brave Bird because that is the smart play to make. So we'll Brave Bird away. Try to do as much damage as we can against this big slug. We do just about 50%. Now go for the Scald, and that will knock out the Talonflame because water is good against Talonflame, or any fire types really. This is Gastrodon, and it is a Pokemon that is a water and ground type, so it's two types that are good against fire types. So we're going to open ahead with Charizard, and I think I want to be safe and go for a Dragon Dance. We'll go for the Dragon Dance to boost our speed and attack, and when we Mega Evolve into the Dragon type, we should be able to live a Scald or any other move that this Pokemon may want to do. But if it carries Earth Power, we might be in trouble. So we set up with a Dragon Dance. Does the Gastrodon carry the Earth Power? And it has the Scald. Scald's side effect is to burn, but that will not affect fire types because fire types cannot be burned as of Gen 6, as of X and Y. So now we are at +1 attack, and I think we are safe to go for Outrage. And my opponent does not have a Fairy type on his team, so I think that is the smart play. So we'll go for Outrage. Stab +1 Outrage. This should knock out, and it does. The Gastrodon faints to the Outrage to the Mega Charizard X. Now we're going to see who my opponent brings next, but we are locked into Outrage, which is a powerful Dragon type move, but it locks us into that move for 2 to 3 turns and then causes confusion. So we have the Como-O on the field. It's a Dragon type, and Dragons are weak to Dragons, so unless it's carrying the Focus Sash, this should knock it out. And it's carrying the Focus Sash, and that is fine. We are confused due to the Outrage's side effect, and he will go for an Outrage himself. And that should knock out our Charizard, so this is actually going to be a pretty close battle. But luckily for us, we are carrying the Infernape in the back. And Infernape, or Monkey Fist, I affectionately call it, has a priority move called Mach Punch. So with Mach Punch, we should be able to knock it out. And we do. And we get a second win with the Fire type team. So now we are 1 for 1. Can we pull out a W for our third battle with this Fire type team? Ultimately, I'm going to use only these Fire type teams, or these Mono type teams, for 2 videos at least. I wouldn't think any more than 3, if at all. But this is to give you guys a general idea of the power of each Pokemon type and the variety of Pokemon out there. So, good learning experience and just fun to watch, because who brings Mono type teams besides gym leaders in the Pokemon games? So we'll go ahead and continue battling and get one more battle in for you guys. Let's go with the Elite Four music today. For this battle, we are battling someone from Japan yet again. We'll see how this battle goes. We have a Blaziken, a Ferrothorn, a Mimikyu, a Glalie, a Dragonite, and a Croagonal. Ooh, that's an Ice type. So I'm going to bet there are 3 Pokemon we will not see, and that is the Croagonal, the Glalie, and the Ferrothorn. So the Dragonite is more likely going to come in, the Mimikyu, and the Blaziken. Okay. So I think we're going to be safe and open up with Talonflame again to break Multiscale or the Disguise, whatever it is, on open between the 3 Pokemon that I believe he's going to bring. And what is good against the rest of these are... honestly, the Charizard would be really good here. Charizard? And we'll bring the Chandelure. No. Let's bring the Macargo. Let's bring the Macargo just for laughs. You know, never know. Might have a chance to use it. So we'll go ahead and bring three Pokemon and see what our opponent's gonna bring, and then have our third and final battle for you guys. Okay. So our Pokemon will actually open up with the Ferrothorn. That's a surprise to me, because he can see that I'm bringing an all Fire-type team. I think this is the perfect time to showcase the Fire-type Z move. So, Inferno Overdrive, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to do the dance today. I'm not sure how that's going to look on camera, but it was fun to do. I like doing these moves. So, Inferno Overdrive from a Talonflame should knock out this Ferrothorn unless it is sashed, which in Battle Spot a lot of Pokemon will be having the Focus Sash. It's super effective and the Ferrothorn will faint. That's cool. So it's a good start for us, and we didn't even take Rocky Helmet or Iron Barb's damage for using a physical attacking Inferno Overdrive. So that's great. So it's 3-2 right now. What will our opponent bring next? The Mimikyu is going to want to come out right now. We will go ahead for the Brave Bird. Try to do as much damage as we can against this thing. And we gotta get rid of that disguise first. So we'll Brave Bird here. Now our Talonflame is actually carrying Steel Wing. The Mimikyu is a Ghost Fairy type, with Fairy types weak to Steel. So perhaps we can take advantage of that and do some damage on it. So let's go ahead for the Steel Wing on it. Let's see what happens here. Go for the Steel Wing, and it does about 50%. That's fine. And my opponent will go for a Z move of his own from the Mimikyu, and this should knock out the Talonflame, especially after doing what Swords Dance. Never-ending nightmare. The horror. Okay. Is it too soon to bring in? I really sincerely want to bring Macargo, because I think we can live a play rough with our natural bulk, and after a Shell Smash, my opponent's probably really wondering what I'm planning to do. I'm either going to Shell Smash or actually do some attack on it. With our ability, Weak Armor, our defense will fall, but our speed will rise. You know, after thinking about it, I really should have clicked the Lava Bloom. Sometimes I can rush a little bit without thinking, because this Mimikyu probably carries Shadow Sneak. But we'll see how much we can do with a Lava Plume and if we are able to outspeed it. The Mimikyu will have the Shadow Sneak at +2 and -3 defense. I should fall. So yeah, that was a misplay by me, guys. I'm terribly sorry. Oh, I should know better than that. Rats. Alright. Okay, let's go for the Thunder Punch. Mega Evolve and Thunder Punch. I believe this Mimikyu may very well outspeed us. We are adamant not Jolly, which means we focus more on our attack than our speed. And it goes for the Shadow Sneak. So we'll go for the Thunder Punch this time, not choosing the setup. And Mimikyu will fall, so that'll leave us with one Pokemon each. And we'll see how we finish this battle. He's brought the Dragonite, he has probably won it. Yep, there's the Dragonite. Okay. I think the smart play is to go for the Outrage. If he has the multi-scale, then... Well, of course he has the multi-scale, but if he has the weakness policy... Whoa, no way! That almost knocks it out, but it does have the weakness policy. So a Dragon Claw from the Dragonite after the weakness policy should knock us out here. I pretty much gave my opponent that game, but regardless, my opponent played very well, and I think we should be really proud of ourselves. So we'll see. We'll have to try again next time. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Shining Ally. Stay loyal, stay bright, and don't forget to share the light.